Welcome back to Phoenix Red, everybody. Alright, so we got the good details from Officer Meekins. So I suppose the one thing that we can do is just to go back to the police department then to see what's up. If the marshal has indeed gone back. No, but we shall see how everything goes from there, because no one is here. Oh wait, criminal affairs. Gotcha. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the chief of detectives' desk. It's Police Chief Gant. Oh, hello. And you're sure this is all, You know what this means if there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Under his seat cushion, behind the computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The chief of detectives looks a little flustered. Righto, my boy. How have you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Gant reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Bro, this guy. Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, just doing a little inquiry committing with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep. Well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else guilty on the case, right? Righto? Von Karma. Alleged he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is a bit of a turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what the inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their own turf, too, I mean. They're being the prosecutors, I assume? Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Righto, I can't give away all my secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, so I can't talk about it. Wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all, is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But, you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives' trap shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier? Huh? You saw that? Whoops. I wonder what was it that he wanted the chief of detectives to do? Let's see if we can discreetly ask him. Discreetly ask him by, you know, giving him a lot of evidence then. Well, it seems pointless about the... Jesus Christ, okay. I was wondering, could you take a look at this? Sorry, Righto. I'm through all that stuff. Through, I say. Go find that guy who can't seem to sit still out there. The busy one. The guy who can't sit still. Does he mean Detective Gumshoe? Either him or the Dancing Blue Badger. Yeah, I suppose, like, if we really can't... What about showing the photo? Nope. Can't do that either. Alright, can we do anything else though? No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Well, there goes the brakes. Might as well just show him absolutely, you know, everything. So let's just do it. Let's just do it all full throttle, except for the ones that don't have anything to do with the case. So let's see. We already showed him the crime photo, did we? No, absolutely not. Parking for plans, line of cell phone. No, not that either. He says he do all that stuff anyway, so maybe we should just go like somewhere else, I think. Yeah, that's probably what we have to do anyway. I mean, aside from, you know, talking to Mr. Meekins here. And also you. Wait, can we still go do anything at the... Yeah. Well, this place is as classy as today as it was yesterday. I'm sure it'd still be classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. Yep. I was so sure of that. I was so sure that that's probably what's gonna happen. Don't present it, you idiot! Oh yeah, that reminds me, we didn't actually examine, like, anything, actually. What is this guy doing? Must be one of the detectives. He's bumbling himself. I know! The killer used a cassette tape! What a crafty trick! That gunshot was a fake! This is good! No one will suspect a cassette tape in this day and age! Haha! This dude is just like doing everything. Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check for anything that might have been a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. Oh, what is that? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. That's the day of the murder! Can only be submitted to the chief of police. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. What about actually presenting him that? If that's gonna be the case, let's see. Nope, absolutely not. Because why? Because why else would that be any different? So let's just go over here and examine what we need to examine. Except we can't. Because I love running around. Because I love running around all over the place. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Hmm? Well, I never thought the day would come when Wright would ask me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Hey, baby, how you doing? Like, I know you like to stare at me, buddy, but come on, dude. No, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. Sure, go ahead. Investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Just goes to show you never know until you ask. God, I wish that were me. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? It's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor. You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. Dude. It looks pretty cool on my lapel, don't you think? Just think, a real ID? You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we gotta go to the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Bad influence indeed. So let's do this. Let us finally check this place out. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! The card reader is turned off, see? What's that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina sky so gray? Hey, baby, how you doing? Officer Marshall, why does it have to be him? What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? You might have been surmised, but this here's my salute. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you, hombres. You're busy then. Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Because we can clearly talk to you. What about the guard station? I was wondering if we could talk to you. Sorry, Bambina, but I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on the wide prairie. Like a gunslinger holding his 6-shooter, I say a little prayer. Just like that. What was that all about, Mr. Wright? I think he was just too hungry to talk. So you're saying that because his stomach is... You're just saying that because his stomach is growling. You have no idea what he's talking about either. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation pronto. And we definitely know what would make him really happy. That smell. Ah, it reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on TV the other day. How is this from? Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? What? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch. I see. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. What does that mean? All right, Bambina, you win. Ask anything one snack. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Hell yeah, my brother. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look at it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a banged up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? It doesn't take... I don't take to machines much. Kind of like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? The Star told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of a crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're just better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, the case is officially dead as of 2 years ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case. That's right. The evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. I know what maybe 2 of those machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of these tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you any more than that. Well, it's a good thing I got it pictured then. Haha! I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that the record is tied to the stabbing. Sorry, but could you explain this whole what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence and solve cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL-9 2 years ago. That it did. That it did. But, thankfully, very thankfully, I had everything pictured here, as it were. Because, look at this. There was 777, there was all 7s. There was 87305, But the 4th one from the top was the very same as Goodman's. And one coming in at the very same time, it seems. But that still doesn't really solve the problem of, like, of why the autopsy report says it was stabbed at 4 p.m. to, you know, yeah, stabbed at 4 p.m. and then died a half hour later. That doesn't really make any sense to me. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, that was the one on the ground in the parking lot? The number on this is that. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Look, the 4th number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the whole world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? entered the evidence room and asked him to display his ID card. Maybe Meekins was the same guy who entered at the same time, probably. Or maybe a few seconds afterwards. So he asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? All right, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. IDs of all who entered the evidence room on 2/21. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. To other people with IDs. Yeah, okay. I mean, we just did, but let's show them this. The sheriffs back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. About the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand. This is neither Wild or West here. Ha! But that and this are two different things entirely. I guess so? Huh? I'm lost. Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. Yeah, probably not. So, like, can we just... Actually... Is that the default quote for... Yes, it is. That it is. Okay. So, once again, I suppose we just have to show them absolutely everything until we get somewhere with a thing. Well, we already did that. We already... Actually, you know what? Let's just go into the evidence room then. Because... You know how it is. Evidence room, sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Hey, buddy. What? Yo. Yo. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. Jeez. That's what she did? So, is it true what I heard? Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asks me, sure, can I borrow $50? I'll give him $50, no problem. Jeez, he really is just that kind of guy who will just give you anything he wants. Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Evidence room floor plans. Scene of a stabbing of a detective at the PD. Alright, first things first. Let's actually... No, court record. Let's spray the scene. See if we can find if we can actually find any blood stains here. Because if we do, that basically does prove that, you know, a scene happened here. And it doesn't really look like anything happened here. Except for that thing. What the heck is that? Yo, 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 yo. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. It might just be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called Luminal testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where did you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I better jot this down on the floor plans. Ha 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 ha! Aha! Yeah, boy! Yeah! We're getting somewhere here. Now we're getting somewhere. Wow. Dude. See, I kind of like this case a little bit. It's more like a mystery than just, you know, talking to people. I mean, obviously, this whole game is like a murder mystery type thing. But, like, this is more like we gain more tools to solve mysteries, and that's cool. So, Detective Gumshoe, your boss for the day? That's right, it's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here at the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant, though! I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course! I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open. What about Edgeworth? I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is in the inquiry committee right now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for this mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is just what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from this case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident of what? That was just the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we could get him to tell us more about this case. Okay, this place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card. Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my 3rd card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. Aha. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny. They do look like normal lockers. They're the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor. And if the wrong person touches it, zap! You get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would have been black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Evidence locker. Only the assigned detective's prints can open it. Indicator lights light up. Lamp lights. Blah, blah, blah. Basically, indicators light up when they're open. Jesus. 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 Let's spray. Let's just spray. And no, we can't actually spray anymore. Okay, interesting. It has Emma Sky on there. That's cute. Someone used a marker to write their name on this. Emma Sky. Don't tell me you bring this in everywhere you go. Well, you never know where something might go down. Just what kind of world do they think we live in? A pretty stupid one, that's for sure. Where every witness lies through their teeth, and pretty much everything is just that. What's here? What's this? Blood? It's a little worn, but that's definitely a handprint here. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright! What if there are other bloodstains left in this room? We should use our testing fluid to check it out. That's probably your tell as to using the spray, right? That's probably it, but... Aha! Okay. Let's see if there are any other bloodstains. Yes, there are, but let's actually spray the rest of this first. See if there's anything else. I kind of wish that the cursor moved a little bit quicker. but this was clearly made as an adaptation to just a single screen, so rather than a DS screen. So let's see what we got. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien? This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of that in the floor plans. Hey, if you don't want my opinion, you should have asked. Well, I suppose... Is there anything else here that... No. I already sprayed everywhere, so... Yeah. Why don't we just... Actually, let me look at them floor plans real quick. Okay, so the pools of blood are marked on there. Okay. Alright. This is blood? Yeah, okay. We already checked that out. This place is stuffed with evidence. Stuffed with dreams. I'm not so sure about the dreams. It won't open. Did you really think it would? Hey, pal, our security is high-tech around here. That it is. That it is. What is this open locker? This one's open, and a red indicator light above it is lit. That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. So that would be, yeah, it would be his locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. That's interesting. That is interesting. Wow, someone must have broken something to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out as some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? Yeah, SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of those pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. Yeah, let's take a look. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together? Huh, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Well, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest into place. Oh, damn, you actually get to... Oh my god. Oh my god, you actually get to, Wow. Okay, I didn't actually expect to be putting together pieces of a puzzle. Okay, let's go. Alright, let's freaking go. Let's see. What can we do here? See, I'm not really good with actually putting like puzzle pieces together, so this could take me like a hot second to figure out. Like, don't expect anything like too good to come out of this. I'm just saying this could take me a while because, again, I'm not good with this. I'm not really good with this kind of stuff. So I literally just try to... Oh, wait a minute, I'm stupid. Okay, okay, red lights obviously indicate that, you know, some piece of it goes together. And it goes in from that angle, I think, so... Oh, I was almost there. We had to look for a zigzag pattern. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. There it is. At least I made it a little bit, like, easy. At least I made it, like, easy to understand, I believe. Okay, would it be that? No. This? No, that... No, it couldn't be that way because it goes in a little zigzag pattern. Here? Yes. Cool. And now I guess here? Yeah. Yes. 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 Here. No. Obviously not. Obviously not. Like, duh. Not that way. Could it be... Yeah, here! See, Gumshoe? Gumshoe. Even as a boy who can't actually do the puzzle that well. Even as the boy who can't really puzzle that well. This took me, like, all of a fair few amount of minutes to figure out. Because I am just the man for the frickin' job. So, if we rub it in his face doing that, I swear to God. So those are all the pieces that we can do. Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, this doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable jar. Jar piece back together from fragments found at the crime scene. A piece is missing. Okay, that's, interesting. What's a saw and a paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been at a war against oppression. True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Ah, perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger? Well, you might say this is my studio. Here? In the evidence room? Yeah, in the evidence room, yeah. Clearly got his start. Someone left a glove here. There was only one. Oh, that says SL911. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal. Make me out some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know? I mean, SL9. It does have a tag on it. Tagged evidence from the SL9 incident. Extremely thin rubber glove. But then, hold up. But why exactly does it say SL911? Wouldn't it be SL9 too? Geez, we're almost full of evidence. Jesus. Tag says SL911. I guess it's another piece of evidence found from that case. You know, I never did really care for the word tag. It's confusing. Huh? What's so confusing about that? Do you know of many other words that sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag, zag. Zag? Is that a word? Do you challenge me? What, are we playing a word game now? Yes. Yes, we are. But then why would it say, like, 1-1 then? Because the memo that we got and the switchblade knife clearly says, like, SL9-2. Maybe it's just like, maybe the other numbers are just like the pieces of evidence, probably. Can't talk to him about anything else then. What about presenting him with that, actually? Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing! Nothing! That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. That's exactly right. That sounds right. Sounds about right. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? The second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth! What? He came in here? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? What? Oh, we're getting somewhere. Why would Edgeworth have to come to the evidence room? Whoa! 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 Wow! Can't talk to him about anything else. Dude! Dude! Oh, when he come here, dude? Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Wow. Okay. 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 Maybe I'm getting a little bit of a brainwave. Maybe I'm getting a little brainwave. We obviously already showed the ID card thing to Marshall. Clearly didn't get anything from that. I think we clearly showed the thing to the... Did we? No one's here. Okay. What about the underground parking lot? Do we show this to, Angel? Can you take a look at this view? Yes. Ah, come on, dude. Come on. Okay, what about Meekins then? Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? Sorry, really sorry. Dude. See here. Are we being actually serial, or are we being actually serial? Yeah, probably. Okay, we're actually being serial here. Okay, that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's okay. 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 Alright. Okay. Okay, let's see what else we can actually just, you know, present the guy with, because this is getting getting deep. This is getting deep now. You can't open the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. If you can open it, they'll give you 50 cents. Note, the police department lacks faith in its lock system. After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office. On the very same time, huh? Really? Really? That's something. Okay, Detective Goodman's note and a switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised out of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know? 2 years ago. It was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Loose ends. Oh. Why don't we talk about that then? Now that was a bloody, violent case. Violent. So it was a murder? A serial killing? Serial killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight, and he started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be cleaned up after the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So that switchblade knife, the victim took that knife out of the evidence locker himself? Yeah, probably so, probably. I mean, I just decided to show evidence on a whim. I don't know what else we could. I don't know what else we can possibly show him. That's the photo that Miss Starr took. Anything you can tell us about it? The Miss Starr is quite the lady. Well, I remember it was winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened. 16. That's a whole item now. I wonder what happened. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school, too. Jeez. Nothing to talk about that one? I would think that, you know, you would talk about that. But apparently not. Okay. That thing and the notes. Cool. There's a work of art. This is my crowning achievement. My masterpiece, you might say. But art is always misunderstood, pal. Art? He was dancing proudly on the day of the awards ceremony. But there were a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony. So they took the Blue Badger away for a while. Really? Why? Oh, they said it was shameful or something like that. Shameful! I toiled night and day! I sympathize with Detective Gumshoe, but I can see why they moved it. Wow, he was really... Dude, he was really offended. He was really, really offended by that. Like, jeez. These days everything's secret numbers. I can never relax. It's only because you always lose your card. I always forget my secret number too. Scary, huh? My face should be ID enough. What's the world coming to? Detective Gumshoe, rebel against the system. I mean, these days we have face recognition technology as locks on phones, so that could be good enough for, you know, people. All right, I suppose we can just leave it at that because we are well over 45 minutes away. So, there we go. So let's continue this next time. See you guys on next time. Thank you for watching and goodbye.